The first honorary degree will now be conferred. Mr. President, will you present the honorary degree candidate, Costa Gavras?
Mr. Chancellor, I am honored to present a consummate artist whose chosen medium is film. Costa Gavras combines an unerring eye with a confident directorial touch and a profound social conscience to create cinema that educates, entertains, and provokes. His love affair with film began in Paris in the 1950s, where he first studied literature at the Sorbonne and later worked as an assistant to several luminaries of the French cinema. Subsequently, Costa Gavras turned his unique talents and luminous imagination to the issues that haunt the world today. From the beginning, he has made films primarily for his own edification, regardless of whose sensibility they might offend. And in so doing, he has created a series of probing cinematic essays, each a study of the abuses of power and the dangers of centralized authority in a variety of cultural settings. In 1969, Costa Gavras riveted audiences around the world with Z, a remarkably unnerving expose of the Greek junta's ruthless seizure of power in his native land. Later, in films such as The Confession, State of Siege, Special Section, Missing, Hana K, and Amen, he continued his brave exploration of oppression and our need to resist it. Costa Gavras' dedication to cinema as director, writer, and actor is matched by his steadfast commitment to furthering this most important medium. In his adopted country, France, he has tirelessly promoted national cinema and supported French film crews. He served as director of the Cinémathèque Française and played a central role in rejuvenating that venerable institution. We at Simon Fraser University have also been beneficiaries of his exceptional generosity. As a guest of our Hellenic Studies program, he premiered The Axe and asked that the proceeds be used by the Vancouver International Film Festival Fund for a new theater. He also gave graciously of his time to the students and faculty in our School for the Contemporary Arts. Costa Gavras has received many awards, including the Palme d'Or for Special Section and an Oscar for Missing. His work has been nominated numerous times by such august bodies as the Berlin International Film Festival, the French Academy of Cinema, and the American Academy Awards. Yet despite the acclaim, like all true artists, Costa Gavras has maintained his vision and independence in a competitive and formula-driven industry. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of this university, I ask that you now confer upon Costa Gavras the degree Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Costa Gavras, by the virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Costa Gavras will be hooded by Dr. Bill Crane, Associate Vice President, Academic.
Congratulations. It is with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Costa Gavras for his convocation address. Dr. Costa Gavras.
Thank you. Thank you. This is breathtaking Thank you, Dr. John Pierce. Thank you, President Michael Stevenson. Thank you, the university, for this honor and for this extraordinary emotion you give me today. I would like also to thank my Greek friends, starting with Andreas Igorolimatos, for the welcome and the very warm way they have received me. What I do in life, what I like to do in life, it is to tell stories by means of images. In Greek, we call them icons. In my youth, my imagination was fed by icons in the Orthodox churches where my parents took me every Sunday. There, I was surrounded by a world full of amazing, fiery colors and extraordinary priestly characters. They all imposed their presence and authority beyond the church into everyday life. This interaction of images with life and of life with images has always been, and still is, one of my constant concerns. Cinema, since now more than 100 years, moves society on the screen. In a movie theater, confronted with a film, we become the spectator of our passions, of our own powers over others, and of the powers of others over us. Meaning that what moves us is on the screen is the life of the city, which is called polis in Greek. To me, that's what politics is all about. That's why also I agree with what critic and semiologist Roland Barthes wrote. All films are politicals. There are politics in all movies, and all movies can be analyzed politically. He who has the secret of images, of the icons, controls the world through his emotions. The icon replaces the verb or becomes its foundation. The icon is the framework of the pyramid of power. Thanks to it, power becomes sacred. A code of representation is born. The code has been handed down to us. Just look the official portraits of heads of state or the anchor persons of TV newscast. Who would dream of seeing them sitting astride a chair or on the floor or clutched on armchair on their slippers? Things visual or sacred are confined, codified, and rule over us. Whoever has the secret of destroying the image in people's minds governs the world through the mind. God now becomes much less accessible, more mysterious, more frightening. All you can do is submit to him and blindly obey the rules he sends via religious establishment. But in both cases, iconophiles or iconoclasts, there is liberate aspects. First, the icon is an idol. Man, ever since he became conscious, has needed idols to reassure himself, to demystify the unknown and cope with all its fears, and also to destroy the idols of the others. Second, the absence of icon means appealing to the mind, which is man's privilege, to think, to discover, to decide without reporting to magics or to metaphysics. Today, cinema has the image and the power, and I hope that with the recognition of you give me today, universities will appreciate the significance and the impact of moving pictures in a world that for millennia has moved by politics. Certainly, University Simon Fraser has done so, and I believe others will do. Thank you very much.